Hi, I'm Jen Peters. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be speaking to and answering the question, why do I keep attracting emotionally unavailable partners? So firstly, I want you to know you're in really good company. You're not the only one. This is something that I see all the time within our community and outside of our community. Ultimately, if you are attracting emotionally unavailable partners, this indicates that you most likely have an unhealed emotional abandonment wound. Now, this might come as a surprise to you because this type of wounding usually happens very, very young in childhood, and oftentimes we don't even remember how it came about. We don't remember any significant events, and often we might associate having an abandonment wound with having a parent leave us. But that's not actually the case. This particular wound is often caused through parents that are too busy to engage with you at a deep emotional level. It might be through parents. Most likely it'll be that they have an emotional abandonment wound as well, so they're not able to connect at the level that you needed them to as a child. If you had a parent that was really sick, like maybe they were depressed, they wouldn't have been able to connect with you either. Or if you had an alcoholic parent or a parent who used substances, certainly if you had a narcissistic or codependent parent, they would have been emotionally unavailable too, and they would have parented unconsciously through their wounds, and that would have been what caused, or most likely to have caused, your emotional abandonment wound. So basically, as adults, we tend to unconsciously recreate unresolved trauma from our childhood in the hope of repairing the relationship that caused the wound in the first place. So I'll say that again. As adults, we unconsciously recreate unresolved trauma from our childhood in the hope that we can repair the relationship that caused the trauma in the first place. Okay, so what's happening here is you're recreating what you experienced as a child in the hope that you can repair it. So you must have had at least one parent who was emotionally unavailable. So you're continuing to repeat that pattern in the hope that this time you can connect and get that love and that connection that you are so worthy of. The other thing that happens is that with each of our unhealed inner child wounds, we also create a set of beliefs and a set of patterns, and so they will also lead you into those same situations again and again and again. The final thing that's really interesting that not a lot of people realize is that everything is energy. Everything is energy. You and I are energy. This video is energy. Everything is. But so are our wounds. And our wounds hold a very particular energetic frequency. If we are holding an abandonment or emotional abandonment wound, it's got its very own frequency and it's highly, highly magnetic. So what's happening is it's actually quite literally drawing to you other situations that feel just like this energy feels. And if this energy feels like abandonment, you're going to be drawing other situations and energy to you that also feel like abandonment. So that's one of the other reasons why this is continuing to play out for you. You may have noticed also with this particular wound, two main themes are created from it. The first is that we will often either become really needy, almost clingy, almost desperate in situations where we feel like somebody's going to leave us. And the other theme is that we might keep people at arm's length and never really let them connect with us. Some of us, I know certainly I can relate to prior to doing my healing, actually playing both. So depending what the dynamic is, that's what usually determines whether you fall into the more needy side or whether you fall into the keeping people at arm's length side. So to heal, because the thing is that even if we have an intellectual understanding of our abandonment wound and how it came about and what we need to do about it and all the rest of it, this is not going to make it go away. We actually have to heal it. So To heal, we need to do the inner child healing on the abandonment wound. Now, this needs to be done in your subconscious because that is where the trauma is sitting. It's not sitting in your intellectual mind, it's sitting in your subconscious mind. So we need to do inner child work for an abandonment wound. We also can start to notice when you're self-abandoning, because the thing is, when we have an abandonment wound, we're going to self-abandon quite a lot and we won't even realize that we're doing it. So start noticing when you're people-pleasing or over-delivering or over-giving, fixing or caretaking, tolerating toxicity. These are all signs of you actually abandoning yourself. And as long as you abandon yourself, you will continue to attract other people who abandon you too. So yes, start noticing where you're self-abandoning. Put boundaries in for yourself so that you stop the self-abandonment, and also so that you don't tolerate certain toxicity from other people either. Get comfortable with being on your own, as well as connecting deeply with others, because both of those are actually real triggers for people with an abandonment wound. Start working towards becoming your own source for all of your emotional needs to be met. Now, just please know that's much easier said than done. That is about the healing journey. So as the further down that journey you get, the more sovereign you become, the more you become your own source for your emotional needs. And finally, one question for you. If you relate to attracting emotionally unavailable partners, leave a comment below. I would really love to know what your experience is so that we can create content around this to actually help you. Now, if you're wanting to receive more of this powerful content, please hit the subscribe button and know that I've got plenty of resources below to actually help you heal the emotional abandonment wound. Okay, my love, I hope this was helpful. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.